et réalisateur qui a obtenu en 2010 le prix de la mise en scène pour tourner.
Well, what's happened now, of course, is we're getting the sworn testimony of the prosecutor, Roger Gunson, about how Roman was treated and why he left the country, because he was lied to. So that's going to go a long way to explain his conduct. It's basically was lied to twice, and he was threatened with 50 years in prison. And he decided, look, I just can't trust this judge anymore. And he went back to Europe.
Roman Polanski, son directeur de la photo, Sandre Desplat, qu'on a l'habitude et on se réjouit d'accueillir sur le tapis.
Well, we have two things going on. One is we now have the absolute evidence, the sworn testimony of the prosecutor to show why he left, and also that he's already done his time. You add his time in Switzerland, and then his time in Chino, plus the good time. He's done more time for this case than they could impose. Hopefully we get a judge who will give him a fair hearing. I'm not sure we can trust any judge from Los Angeles, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. The judge promised Mr. Polanski that if the probation department came back favorably, he would get probation. Then when it came back favorably, he told the lawyers, uh-oh, I'm getting pressure from the press and the public. I'm going to send him to Chino, to the state prison for a diagnostic study. But if that comes back favorable, that's his time. When that came back favorably, he reversed himself again and said, sorry, Charlie, I'm going to send you to state prison, but trust me, I'll bring you back. And of course, he only has 120 days to bring him back. And Mr. Polanski basically figured, correctly, if I've been lied to twice by the judge, why would I trust him again? And he went to Europe. Mr. Gunson, who has no sympathy for Mr. Polanski's conduct, has said he would have fled too under the circumstances because he was not being treated fairly.
Voilà, rapidement. Oui. Regardez-moi tous les trois en même temps ici. Mathieu. Voilà, regardez-moi ici.
He's ecstatic. He's waiting to see what happens next. This is the first chance that he's really had in this case. If you read the decision by Judge Perlis many years ago, 10, 12 years ago, he said, please sentence him in absentia, get this thing over with. And the courts here decided not to do it secretly. And so he wasn't sentenced, and that would have ended this controversy. And if we can get him sentenced, he'll be sentenced to time served. The victim has basically been begging for this for many years, and the case will be over. And the court, and hopefully the story that'll be told is how the LA courts corrected their own mistake after many years.
Messieurs, dames, à votre droite, s'il vous plaît.